Once upon a time, my son was so young he could leave the house in a red bunny suit. What a sight! Back then it was New Year's, and my son was enjoying his yearly break, while his mum didn't look as old as she does now. Who would have thought time could fly so fast? By the time he realized, there was a vast emptiness between us. When we got to the other side, he sat me down and I tenderly pat his sweaty shirt, ducking my head just as he turned around. I used a smoke screen to hide the tears welling up in my eyes, sneaking away before he noticed. It seemed my son knew what I was thinking, saying, "Dad, you haven't even had your fried dough stick yet," and off we went. He never thought the stream water would be so cold on the hottest day. Talk about a plot twist. The little guy brought me a stick to keep warm, and Voil currents aside, the fire flared up, setting the perfect warm and cozy. I asked him about the scar on his neck. It sparked a story from that year when I brought something home and had a little oops moment. When I got back, your mum hardly spoke. She probably went looking for me. I told her not to. It wasn't a big deal, just being honest like a son should. Feeling sentimental, I started reminiscing about the day you were born. Your mum's letter made me over the moon. Don't think I just deliver letters, I'm a recipient too. Just the single letter over all these years. That's the only one she has ever written to me. I was so thrilled. I spent all my meal money treating everyone to drinks. As I reminisced, flashbacks of our memories began dancing in my son's mind. He recalled how every time I came home, I'd bring loads of fireworks. What a lively time it was. But now, all he can remember are the times when I wasn't around. "Dad, it's time to go," I suddenly heard him say. "Did you hear that?" He called me Dad. Sunlight streamed through the leaves, like nature was throwing us a party. A sudden and wonderful harmony blossomed between us, but good weather never lasts long. The mountain clouds constantly shift, strong winds make trees rattle. Eventually, the road became tricky, and the little guy flew over like a bird, but we still had to climb a steep slope. My son cautiously climbed the slope, stepping on the holes I'd made before. But climbing didn't get much easier. Watch your step. Once we got up the hill, we spotted Yan Genuine, who came to collect the letters. Last time, he tumbled down while I was delivering his mail. This was my son's first clue. After saying goodbye to Yan Genuine, he asked me for the juicy details of my tumble. I told him the truth, but he fell silent, fixating on the ground like it held all the answers. "This road is definitely not meant for people," I muttered, leading us both into rambling conversation. Suddenly, someone shouted from the mountaintop, "I received change done. Can I take on 3 subjects?" I got 2 prescriptions and 1 food item, and my essay was recommended to the newspaper by my teacher. The teacher said to wait until I graduate to refund my tuition plus. I've got to sneak an interview. "Next time you all come by, we can do interviews," my son cheerfully responded, making us both smile. But then my smile faded into silence. I walked slowly, struggling to keep up, while my son watched quietly from behind. He suddenly grasped the discrepancies between us. What felt like hope to him felt like despair for me. In that moment, my father realized he wouldn't get to see anyone along this road again. A heavy silence hung between them, each lost in thought, silent for ages. Until we heard children singing songs from afar, a delightful sound breaking through that invisible wall. I brought up a girl I met last night, and my son admitted he had a crush on someone. But he's not planning on making it official with the mountain girl. What a head-scratcher. He clutched the letter tightly, gazing at the mountains as he said, "I'm afraid they'll leave like my mom did." The mountain girls outside were coming, all with a curious warmth in their hearts. They passed by us, their eyes both familiar and strange, sparking memories of my childhood when Mom would tell me mountain tales. I once asked her with confusion, "Why do people in the mountains choose to live there?" She'd answer, "Living in the mountains is as comfortable as your feet in shoes." Your mom followed me and waited for a whole lifetime. It's not an easy commitment. As for the paper I was holding tightly, I folded it into a paper airplane and let it fly toward that mountain. The paper airplane soared fast and steady, as if it were expressing my longing for the mountains over the years. The father gazed at the distant, rolling mountains, his eyes welling up once again. Deep down, my dad will always have a home, and my mum, even if he arrives late to the party, he'll always hold the mountains in his heart. If you enjoyed my tale, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.